Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
Oh shit. You done fucked up now. You done put two of America's most wanted in the same.
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Thomas Payne, the Prison Promise OGs Tells Redemption, brought to you by STP Entertainment. Today I got my relative of mine here named Danielle Calhoun. Danielle got a real interesting story, and Danielle does a whole lot of amazing things in life. And it's time for her to share her story and share some of the things that she's doing, because as you see, she's gay, and she's been to prison a couple of times, and the longest time is 9 years. So we're going to get to know a little bit about Danielle, and then once we get to share her story, maybe it will open some eyes to a whole lot of people out there in the world. Okay, Danielle, so let them know a little bit of something about you.
My name is Danielle Calhoun. I'm 35 years old. I'm a felon to start. Black, gay, female. I'm a author now. I have 4 published books. I'm a producer. I have a documentary out called Crack Chronicles. I'm a poet to start and the end, because it all starts with the poetry and it ends with the poetry for me. So
Right. You got a interesting story to tell. See, because when you was at a young age, you went through some hardships, and to really kind of mold you in what you are today, for real. I mean, we look at it back then and like, why me?
Right.
But now we look at it like, try me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you excelled from when you really was supposed to give up.
right.
But you didn't, and you was in like group homes as a young kid.
Yeah, I went to foster care when I was about 9. I'm not gonna get on here and try to make it seem like my mom is some type of villain, because she's the smartest woman I know.
Yeah.
She's the sweetest woman I know, but she was a person that fell victim to the crack epidemic in the 80s. Mm-hmm. The government dumped a lot of that in our neighborhoods and wanted us to fail.
Yeah.
And my mom fell victim to that. So later down the line, after my grandmother, who was the backbone of our family, died.
I remember her too.
My grandma Mama's, my grandma Dean, she died. Things kind of fell apart after that. We went to foster care. My mom slipped deeper into her addiction. I was a chronic runaway. I ran away. I ran away everywhere I went. I know the whole Ohio. By the time I was 13, 14, I had been shipped, really, for real. By the time I was 16 or 17, I had been to 17, 18 different placements.
Right.
I never was in one placement, no stable, nothing.
but all that, and I got like about your mom, for instance. That I love your mom.
I know,
that is my girl.
Yeah, I know.
With me and her go way back, nothing but love and respect for the whole Calhoun family, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, so I just wanted to take the opportunity to bring you on here so people can see that, no matter how bad your childhood is, no matter what happens to you in life, you can still be successful.
Oh, absolutely.
A straight man, a straight woman, a gay woman, a straight woman. Mm-hmm. It don't make no difference about your gender.
Right.
It makes a difference about what you want out of life and what you want to do.
Absolutely.
And now you are living life now like you want to live life.
Right.
Because, you got real estate, you got poetry going on, you got your Crack Chronicles going on. I mean, you got a lot of things going on from somebody who didn't have nothing to start with.
Absolutely.
See, and then that's what's so intriguing, because you keeping on going with the keep on going. You know what I mean? And I admire you for that. Say thirsty.
It's exhausting.
Oh, it definitely
it's exhausting
is.
Sometimes.
It definitely is. It definitely is. But I was reading some statistics, and it says like 20% of the youth in juvenile system are really lesbian, gay, and bisexual. And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it say 40% of girls in the juvenile system identify as LBQ.
Yeah, lesbian, bisexual, queer.
Yeah, but and that's just crazy that people don't even see that. I mean, people don't even really know
Pay
that.
attention to
Yeah,
it.
they don't pay attention to that until it hits home.
Mm-hmm.
See, nowadays we got to acknowledge people for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And respect them for their choices and the things that they do in life.
Absolutely.
And then I also read this, like, I want to ask you this. Now, you face different types of obstacles than me as a black man.
Right.
So how do you deal with that? You got to be I want to say this. You're stronger than me. You know what I mean? Because you're a female, and And I know that the police and all them, they say you want to be a boy, we're going to treat you like a boy. I could imagine some of the things that people say, even law enforcement, the courts, judges, all that. I mean, how do you deal with that without losing it?
I don't know. I think when I was younger, I think I stuffed everything so much. You know what I mean? Like I was a stuffer.
That's where your mom got her name from.
Stuff everything. Yep. But I think I didn't realize I was stuffing though. I just knew I had to get up and keep going. Right. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Right.
Nobody cared that you going through shit. Nobody cared that your mom's on drugs. My family, I love my family, you know what I mean? But my family ain't all what everybody think. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to get on here and make them seem like, and I know no family's perfect.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I can go on the record and say that, but people claim to be a united front, but when things get heavy, family ain't family. You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm off in foster care. No reason probably why I should have been. When my mom got messed up and she wasn't an asset to people no more. Mm-hmm. Nobody cared about what was going on with her kids, nothing. You know what I mean? And we was just in the wind. Yeah. And that's just the bottom line. Right. And today, as an adult, I still see that. I get out of jail, kind of my heart on my sleeve a little bit, wanting to be a part of a family and stuff like that. And whatever I can give is great. You know what I mean? But as soon as I start laying everybody's shit bare, it's a problem. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you just stuff everything and keep moving. I just went through life, keep moving. And now that I'm an adult and learning different coping skills and stuff like that, like it's just crazy. I had to write. That's when I started writing. Later on.
Yeah, that takes a lot of.
But at first, I just used to write, I didn't even know I was
putting things together.
Yeah, didn't even know it was therapy or form of therapy or things like that. At first, it was just something that I could do.
Right. A lot of people do the coloring, and some people do the writing.
Exactly.
But your writing, your writing is outstanding because you put together some poetry things down here that make me read it, and I don't read no poetry, you know what I'm saying? But
a lot of people say that. They be like, I ain't a reader, you made me read your book. A lot of people that say that.
Because when I read of your material, from what I see in your material, it's from the heart. I mean, it's really from the heart, man. And I don't know much more I can pat you on your back. It's not easy putting your heart out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we put our heart out there and people, this mother's soft. This mother, and they'll try to use that to their advantage, run over you, abuse you in different types of ways, you understand, and try to play off your weakness.
Absolutely.
And that's what we got to come to today. You ain't got no weakness. You know what I mean? Your game is tight. People is want to be where you at. That's probably why there's so much hatred and jealousy. They envious of you.
It's crazy because I think that was where I was naive, where I'm naive at, because I don't see the world as a competition. I'm jealous of you. I see, how did you get there? If somebody got a title like, the mayor or Mr. Hightower, how did you do that? I'm not jealous. I want to know. Right. I'm thirsty to know. What can you teach me? I'm like a sponge. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm not looking at somebody like, fuck, they got that. You know what I mean? Fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't look at it like that. And I think that's where I've been naive all my life, even still now. Right. Because I look at everything so innocent. Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see it like it. Really like I want people to be good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I want to see the good, and I want to bring out the good, and it's in there because I wanted somebody to do that for me. Exactly. When I was a child. So many people write you off. You know what I mean? And don't care about you. Can't see nothing good in you. You know what I mean? And I had few people in my life that came through my life and seen the good in me, and it was in times I couldn't see the good in myself. But they would die, or I wasn't with them that long, or you know what I mean. So it was just always something like that. You know what I mean? And I still look at life like that. I still look at people through innocent eyes, and I know that I can't all the time because everybody not like that.
No, see, and that's something that we tend to do when we come out of prison, and after we have been through different juvenile systems,
traumatic experiences,
and all them traumatic experiences, we always try to make people like us. make people love us, make
It
people
was,
want to be around us.
It wasn't
make
even
people
that
happy.
for me because I'm like a solo person. People cling to me, but I
you wanna make
always
them
I'm not a people person. No, it wasn't about them. Like the people close to me, yes. I'm not a people pleaser though.
Right. Okay.
Never been that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a people pleaser, but the people, if you important to me, I'm gonna put everything I can into making you know that I care and that I'm putting my best foot forward. And sometimes people see that and they know that and they
But how
take
many times
advantage of it.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
how
they
many
take
times
advantage
that
of
come
it.
back to haunt
It's
you?
always my family.
that
It's
usually
always my
happens.
family, my close friends, the people that I do everything for.
Yeah, that usually
At first, and
happens.
I feel like at first they might not even mean it, but they get so comfortable with me being this certain person,
Right.
and then they start to take advantage.
Right. And
You
that's
know,
what
like-
happens when people get comfortable with disrespecting you or using you.
Right.
Now, as they always say, you skate, now you slide, now you think you can skate.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's bullshit
Mm-hmm.
because what they don't know what we got down deep inside of us. You know what I mean? And that's really, it's anger and hurt down there that, if it can explode at any time, but we
Absolutely.
suppress it.
Yeah.
We suppress it. We try to keep it built, keep
I
pushing
recently
it down. Pushing it down.
went through a situation where, like, I talked to you about trying to be a friend of somebody, and
Right.
the whole time they was coming in trying to set me up and get me sent to jail and do things to me, and like, if I can't even say I'm mad, my feelings be hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, my feelings be hurt, and when your feelings is hurt, a hurt person to do
Yeah, that's
do crazy things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so like, and I'm trying to refrain from being that hurt person that I just carry that around so much like that because I'm black and white. Like, I'm angry or I'm not.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've yet to find a gray area. You know what I mean? I deal with you or I don't. You know what I mean? And my thoughts be when somebody hurt me, I automatically want to hurt them back. That's my first thought.
That's a natural instinct.
You know what I mean? But then it's like, do it really be worth it in the end? You know what I mean? But it don't mean like, and you can cut the people off and get them out your life and stuff like that as you should and create a boundary.
But
you know
that's
what I mean?
easier said than done.
And it's easier said than done.
Right,
It don't mean
right.
you ain't hurting.
Right,
And then
exactly.
when you cut people out of your life that you care about, you grieving for people that's still alive. It's worse than grieving for people that's dead.
Yeah, because what,
Like,
a lot of
it's
people
crazy.
is alive, but they dead in the soul
And
anyway.
inside, yeah.
So I mean, we can't get caught up with them people because you're at an age now. You done seen a lot. You done did a lot. You can basically decipher who's who.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just got to take your heart out of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Once you take your heart out of it, it's easy to tell a motherfucker, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, once you take that out of it, and that's the main thing. I want to ask you a question. In prison, what was it like with you in prison being gay, and what was that like? I mean,
I didn't. I was gay before prison.
Well, I know,
Yeah,
that's
like
what I'm
so prison wasn't. I don't know. I've always been a real. I'm a real psychological person, I guess. A real mental person. Not try to let my physical affect where I am here. You know what I mean? So when I got in there, it was just so much of a game to everybody, and I really didn't play the game. You know what I mean? Because people came in there, like I said, you got women that came in there, somebody's husband. Next day, they sagging their pants, they got their braids to the back, trying to look or be something that they're not, all in order to fit in, all in a way to get taken care of, because if you, the stud, you know what I mean, the boy.
They call it survival sex.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean, or whatever, like they,
Yeah.
a lot of them, and I just didn't like the game that was being played because it was just a game that what they was playing while they was there.
Right.
So I didn't go, I had a couple girlfriends, but like you got people that mess with this person, that, they just like out here, you know what I mean?
You got tramps.
So
up
like,
in
yeah,
there,
like,
too.
it was like, I did 9 years and had 2 girlfriends. Like,
Right.
I didn't fuck off. I didn't fuck on.
Right.
I didn't do a lot of that in there because it was just disgusting to me. The shit was nasty. You got girls in there worried about having sex, worried about everything but they damn kids. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it like that. You got other shit to worry about. Like, how the fuck is you focused? But some people can't focus on that shit. It hurt them too much. So they in here trying to put all of their shit into something else that don't even matter. That's not going to matter in 10 years, 5 years, 4 years, whenever your sins are. Because when you get out of here, you're going to go back to your man. And go back to fucking and being a mom and, you know what I mean, whatever it is that you were doing prior to. So I didn't ever really take it serious. I didn't take that shit serious.
Did you see a lot of girls come in there and get tricked into the game, get turned out by you know?
I don't think they more so got tricked in a sexual way. They got tricked on a needing somebody, a mother figure, a sister, this or that. And then you got them older ones that's been there and been manipulative for so fucking long. That's so... institutionalized and shit like that.
We call them booty bandits in the joint.
But like in a women's prison, it ain't so much about, you got to understand you're dealing with women. It's not so much about sex as it is companionship and shit. You know what I mean? So y'all in the men's prison, they worried about getting their nut off and trying to keep it secret or being loud with it. It's not about that more so than it is, you fucking in there and people fucking and shit like that, but it's more about the togetherness because that's what women value more, companionship. You know what I mean? More than sex. You got to get in the mind and get in all of that before you can even get in the... That's how women work. Men are more physical. Physical first, then mental. Women are mental first, then physical.
Okay, then tell me what you're telling me then. Go on and tell me a little something, little cuz. I'm feeling you.
But so like it was more about that, more so. And like I said, it was a bunch of manipulative women in there. They had been there for so long. Man, they've been there for so long. They get there as a kid and they taught by the shit. They were being raised by killers and child molesters and shit like that. And you know what I mean? So you group all that up, you know what I mean? And here go me, you know what I mean? And I was in there with Debbie Bill, fucking Deborah Brown, the serial killer in Gary, Indiana. You know what I mean? They was right next to me. I was in, like, how in the fuck am I in here with these people? You know what I mean? That do this type of shit. And I'm in here for something that's, you know? And they just throw you in there, you know what I mean? And now you got all these manipulative, and if, Lord forbid, you got a family that care about you and take care of you, and they don't. They really savages. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I really didn't play a lot of the games in prison because it was like, I don't give a fuck about this. I want to go home.
Now you and your mom was in
prison together.
Yeah, and y'all wasn't y'all in a documentary or something?
Yeah, Monique Parker, the comedian, she came through. I was bad as hell in prison, okay?
Oh, I can tell you
listen, I was bad as fuck. I was so bad that the warden took me under her wing.
Oh, yeah?
Miss Warden Andrews and a deputy warden, Amanda Moon Thomas, who I still love very much to this day, her and her husband. I used to just be in a hole. I fought all the time. I challenged. Because we out there in Marysville. You know what I mean? That's the sticks. It's more so white. Kind of like Lebanon. You know what I mean? We in the sticks. It's not a lot of even black people that work there. You know what I mean? So, the motherfuckers used to tell me, if I look them in the eye, don't look me in the eye, look down. The fuck you mean, look down? I'm going to look you in your motherfucking face. I go to the hole for disrespect, 26.
Oh, the CO would say that?
Yeah, that type of shit. You know what I mean? So it was like, after a while, the warden, like, they fucking with her. You know what I mean? Like, she'll come back, like, why you in here? And sometimes she'll let me out. Look at the ticket. This is bullshit. Y'all fucking with her. After a while. You know what I mean? And it was like, they took me on as a little project. They like, you so young. And they seen how smart I was. And when they talked to me, like Miss Moon Thomas, you're very articulate, Danielle. Why are you, you know what I mean? And then they start learning my story, you know, calling me up to the office, you know. Just interested in what I had going on. You know, and I got so close to Miss Moon Thomas, they even accused us of fucking each other. Walked that lady out of her job. I had to testify for the lady to get her job.
I seen that a lot.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't nothing like that. She just was a mom. You know what I mean? She was
something that you never had.
She was sweet. She was just a sweet lady. She had loving eyes. She wasn't just like that to me. She was like that to a lot of people.
Okay, well, now on that documentary that was shot, now that was on
it's called I Could Be a Cellmate.
Yeah, but when that was on what channel was that? It
was Oxygen. It was on HBO when it first aired in 08, 09. It was on It came out, I think, on Oxygen first. Showtime, HBO,
Right.
and then they put it on DVD, and then now it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Shit like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because I knew there was something going on with that at
Right.
the time. You know, and that's interesting, man.
Like they picked me to do that. She didn't know my mom was there until she started telling my. Then when I tell her my mom, she's like, "Where your mom at, Danielle?" I'm like, "Oh, she in K unit."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and then they brought her down and we got to talk. You know, all three of us got to talk, and she talked to me separately, talked to my mom separately.
Right. See, and that you always see you've been in front of the camera, even in the joint.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
did several interviews in the joint. That was a part of me being a project for the ward.
Right.
Not like that. She just
I know
loved
what
me.
you're
She
saying,
just
yeah.
anytime it was an opportunity, she wanted to show what I had to offer. You know what I mean? She didn't want people to think that I was just a fucked up kid. She wanted, because I used to write poems in there and she used to see, you know.
Right.
And, you know, it was just a lot of things that she knew I could do. I think she seen things in me that I didn't see.
Yeah, and
Well,
that
as a
happens a
young
lot.
age,
People
yeah.
see things in you that you don't see within yourself. See, because I mean, look at you today. I mean, you are really doing your thing. You are
I am
really
not
successful.
perfect.
No, but you are a successful entrepreneur now. You know what I mean? And you are doing things that a lot of people wish they could do that ain't never been to prison.
Right.
They've been out here for all these years and they ain't near where you are in life. And so that brings a lot of hate
Also.
and, you know, all kind of player hating and all that sucker stuff to the game. You know what I'm saying? That might be why that is why you go through some things, because it's the hatred.
Right.
And one thing, you know, it's sad to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Sometimes our people is our worst enemies.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's sad to say,
Yeah.
but a lot of black people don't want to see the next black man
Crabs
win.
in a bucket mentality.
Yeah, they don't want to see another black person win. They want to be the only one winning.
Yep.
And you know, that's in my family, every family. And that's people on the street, people you think cool with you. They ain't cool with you. They pat you on the back, but they putting that knife in there for real.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So and like I say, it's sad that, you know, our people don't want to see us win. They don't want to
It's
team
sad
up with
when
each
you
other.
like build on a foundation, because my grandma Dean, you know, like she taught me to be in unison. You know what I mean? To be one, to come
Right.
together, to stay together. And when your first 9-10 years of my life, that's when you shape into who you are. You
Yeah,
form.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like I lived on that for so long. And I had to, when I got out into the world, it wasn't like that though.
Right.
You know what I mean? She taught me that. She was that stability, but it wasn't like that nowhere else. It wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nowhere that I went, and when I would come across, I would get glimpses of that. You know what I mean? But nobody was never around to be a stable, a steady table for me. You know what I mean? It was like crates. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It's not like that. Everybody's people selfish.
Yeah, that's just like, you know, they say in school you got the what is that, the lesson before the test?
Yes.
But on the street you get the test before the lesson.
Right.
And that's what it's about. You understand? We getting tested every day.
Right.
Every day we getting tested in some kind of shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
But it's about how we respond to them tests. You know what I'm saying? People gonna always say this about you. They always gonna say that about you. And if you've been in the street life, when you be in the street life, there ain't a person in the street life who ain't never been called a snitch.
Right.
I mean, you know what?
Right.
You know, I mean, come on.
Soon as
man.
you catch a case, you the police.
Yeah, you the police.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Soon as you, and then I even had people, because, you know, I did well. I did obsession.
You go ahead.
I did well, you know what I mean, well enough for myself when I was doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? And I had the people that
You good?
I had the people that I was the one. I was the person at the top.
Yeah.
How am I telling on you? You don't have nothing going on, brother.
And you
know,
down
I'm
here.
giving it to you. You down there.
But I told
Yeah,
him.
but how? Yeah, never could say nothing. But as soon as you stop giving them something,
Oh, yeah, you
as soon
the
as
bad
you
guy.
cut them out your life, you know what I mean? They try to defame your character. That's
Right.
what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Hey everybody, this is Thomas Payne for Prison and Promise OG's Tale of Redemption. You know, this is part 1 of the story with Danielle. We're going to have part 2 coming up, and I want everybody to stay in tune because we got a lot of more knowledge and Danielle. I want everybody to see what Danielle's really about. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Peace out, y'all. Prison to Promise is a podcast by Thomas Payne and produced by Dan Lyons. If you want to get a hold of Prison to Promise for any situation, you need our help, or you want to just talk to us, hit us up at prison2promise1981@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Prison to Promise and OG's Tales of Redemption, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Spotify. Peace out, y'all.